Welcome back to the Entrepreneurial SME, and I'm still in studio with the tenacious Tshepo Mekoa, the founder of Brima Logistics. Tshepo, you know, you're very aggressive in marketing. We've seen your work, we've seen your social media stuff. Is this part of the marketing? Is writing this book part of your marketing strategy?
Not necessarily so. The whole idea was just to share my experience with entrepreneurs, to leave sort of a footprint. Because a lot of people would approach me and say, help me to create something, or help me see my dream come through.
If I read this book, what would I take from it? It looks to me like a maximum 2-hour read.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour, but each chapter it's got what you term your recommended reading and questionnaires that you'd want to take home and maybe research intensely to understand how to navigate your challenges that you're going to come across.
Your business has grown, and we spoke about it before the break, even during the most difficult times, right? But there would have been moments when things were tricky, when things did not look that rosy. Share one with us.
COVID. COVID was a reset.
Yeah.
COVID was a disrupt. There was a time where I just thought, this is it. We throw in the towel now. But I found the business fighting back, saying, no, I'm not throwing the towel as a business. I'm moving forward. We came with accumulative losses from COVID, from 2019, 2020.
Did you stop trading completely, or?
During COVID,
you slowed down? We
slowed down. We were just to about 20%. And well, we were very fortunate. We got some injections, money that came in from your COVID loan that, saw us through. And then obviously we got to a point whereby we were now just training out of those losses, to a point where now the business has now shown profit, and we're saying now this is the right time now to start inviting investors to assist, because I own 90% of the business, 10% is owned my staff, and our business is very capital intensive. To a point it requires some hand to assist in the expansion phase.
I'm glad you introduced the 10% issue with staff. I was told that if you want to grow your business, you must grow your people. What would have inspired you to take 10% of your sweat and giving it to the people who work for you?
Long hours, my staff work long hours. Your typical driver comes in at about 7 and they knock off around about 7 o'clock at night. So how do they benefit in the whole thing? And the shares were not sold. They were given for free.
They were given to them.
Yeah, we're given to say, guys, this is it. Join me in building a legacy business. It's not going to be easy. And this thing was done just before COVID. So they've actually never realized their dividends. But I said to them, guys, we're going to claw back on the losses. We're going to turn it into a profit, and then we'll take it from there and start making sure that we build that legacy business.
Did you see any immediate, visible, positive action from them as they knew now they were part owners of this business?
Your admin staff, yes. Drivers couldn't understand what this shareholding means. So we had to do an intense engagement with the drivers to make them understand what do we mean by them being shareholders. And they got into it. Our oldest driver who's been with the company is now turning 16 years in the business now. And we've seen quite a lot of our drivers who are 10 years old, 12 years old.
What's the big game? What's next? You've built this thing for 18 years. You run other business. there's a restaurant in Davidton where you come from. We didn't even speak about it, but what's the next game?
To grow it before COVID, we took about 1,000 steps forward. COVID came, we took 1,200 steps back. Now we're resetting, we're moving forward again. We had 6 branches. During COVID, we had to close down to 3 branches. We remain with 3. Now we're growing again, claiming those branches back. So we're regrowing the business again, reinvesting in the business, so that we can, compete with your typical multinational like your DHL and DSV. So the strategy now is growth.
Well, I hope you don't get onto another bike. I hope you don't get another COVID, so that you can grow to that stage. Tshepo Mekoa, wonderful, my brother. That was Tshepo Mekoa, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Brima Logistics. Until next time, from me, Rams Mabote, goodbye and God bless.